You are welcome once again to this class. We are going to be looking at a very interesting topic, and the topic of our lesson today is primary chords on the staff. Primary chords on the staff. The content of this module is going to center basically on the degrees of the scale of primary chords. We want to look at the degrees of the scale of primary chords, on which degree of the scale are they formed. First, we are going to concentrate on the C major, and then thereafter we'll look at the F major, and finally we consider the G major scales to consider in primary chords. Now let's take the first one, which is the C major scale. Now the C major scale, the C major primary chords, they are the chords formed on the C major scale. Now the primary notes of that scale are three. The first one is C, the second one is F, while the third one is G. The C is the root, that is where the name is derived from. F is the fourth from C, so if you count on your fingers C, D, E, F, F will be the fourth from C, and then if you count to the fifth note from C again, you are going to get a G. So that gives us this hierarchy that we have. Now the first primary chord is going to be built on the first note of that chord, which is C. The second primary chord will be built on F, which is the fourth. The third primary chord will be built on the fifth note, which is on G. And so when we are building the chords, we are using triads. Triad is a three-note chord that are third apart. So if we are starting with C, the third from C will be E, because we are going to omit D. So C, we omit D, we get to E. So E is the third from C. So can you try the third from E? That would be G. You are right, that would be G, because you have to omit F and then you get to G. So the first primary chord on C major will be the chord that is on C, E and G. The fourth one will be on F, because F is the fourth, and then we now build our triad again. The third from F is A, and then the third from A will be C. That will be our chord 4. We refer to it as chord 4 because it's built on the fourth degree of that scale, in this case C major. Then that of the fifth will be on G. G will now be our primary note, and then we now have a third from G, which is B. Remember, when we get to A, we start all over again. Then from B again, the third from B will be D. So that now gives us chord 5. So on the staff, how are we going to look at it? On the treble staff, it's going to look like this. You see the first measure there, that is the C, which we're actually starting with the middle C this time. Okay, now we have the third, which is E, and then we have G, and then the fourth is made up of F, then followed by A, then followed by C. Then the fifth is starting with G, followed by B, then followed by D. On the bass staff, we are going to have something like this written on the bass tape. Because they are on different clef, of course their position on the staff is not going to be the same. Now let's go to the next one, which is the F major primary chords. The F major primary chords, of course, is going to start on F. Equally, we have three primary chords again. The one that is built on F, the second one is built on B flat, then the third one is built on C. We say F because F is the primary note, so it starts from F, and so we build our third and then our fifth, which is the triad. So we have the third, which is A from F. If you count again, from F you get to G, from G you get to A. So A is the third from F, then from A now you get to C, which is the third from A. That gives us the primary chord built on the first degree of F major scale. Now on the fourth degree this time we are going to start on B flat. Why B flat? Because the B is flattened and is the only note that is flattened. in the entire scale of F major, and B flat now happens to be our 4th degree of that scale, and so we are building the chord on that 4th degree. So we have B flat, then we omit C, we get to D, we omit E, we get to F. So that gives us our 3 notes, B flat, D and F. That gives us the 4th degree of the scale, which is the chord built on the 4th degree. That will be the chord 4. Then the 5th one will be built on C. That will give us C, E and G. You will observe that this 5th chord for F major is similar to the 1st degree or the 1st chord now on C major, because the 1st chord on C major is built on C, E and G, so they are similar. Okay, now on the staff we are going to see it like this, because it's F major primary chords. The chord 1 will be on F, then followed by the 3rd, then followed by the 5th. Then chord 4 is built on B flat, followed by the 3rd, D, followed by the 5th, which is F. Then chord 5 is on C, followed by the 3rd, which is E, and then followed by G, which is on the space above the staff. On the bass staff, we are going to have it like this, in the same way it has just been transposed this time to the bass staff. We still have our F, which is our A, and followed by A, followed by C, being on chord 1, and then we have our chord 4, we have our chord 5. Now finally, let's look at them on the keyboard. Of course, you can see I've showed you this one in my last module. On the keyboard now, you can see that those are the 3 notes, and that is shown on the staff as the primary chord for F, chord 1. That is how you see it. Now let's look at chord 4. This is chord 4. It starts with the B flat followed by D and F. That does not mean the positions cannot change, but for the sake of this module, for the sake of this lesson, let's just follow this instruction. When we get to the other modules, I would tell you how we can alter the position and still get the primary chords. Okay, so for chord 4 we have it on B flat, D and F, and then chord 5 we are going to have C, E and G, which is similar to chord 1 in F major scale. So now let's go to the very final one, which is G major primary chords. The G major primary chords, just as the name implies, the chord 1 is going to be on G. Chord 4 will be, you have to count 4 steps from G again, G, A, B, C. So starting from C. Then the chord 5 will start from the 5th from G, will be G, A, B, C, D, which is the 5th. So let's go with chord 1. We are having chord 1. Our first note will be on G, the second note will be on B, the third, the notes now that make up that chord will be on D. So that gives us chord 1 from the G major. Now for chord 4 on the G major, we are going to have our beginning notes. Our root note will be C, then followed by E, then followed by G. So again, you observe that chord 4 in G major scale is similar to chord 1 in C major scale, and is similar to chord 5 in F major scale. Okay, and then the chord 5 also for the G major scale, we have our D followed by F sharp, then G, because F sharp is the 3rd. G major scale has only 1 sharp, and that's what you can see on the screen, and that sharp is on F, on line F. Okay, and then followed by G, which is now the 3rd. Okay, so you see G is supposed to be A, followed by A, followed by A, not G, followed by A. Okay, so our chord 1 we have our G, our B, our D. Our chord 4 will now be our C, our E, our G, and then our chord 5 is D, F sharp and A, and A. Okay, now on the bass staff we are going to have them in this form. Chord 1, the same form. Make sure that anytime you are told to represent the lines, the chords on the staff, make sure you check the clef sign. That will enable you to know where the lines are. You know how to place them properly on the lines. Okay, that is the end of our class. Just to summarize, we've said primary triads are formed on the primary note. For C, they are formed on C, on F and G, and then for F, the primary triads are formed on F, on B flat and C, and for G, the primary triads are formed on G, on C, and on D. So that is the size of our lessons. Make sure you do your quizzes and try as much as possible to make a very good score. See you next time.